Hello, my name is Diego Jimenez,
My name is Kenneth Lindholm.
And my name is Kyler Hayes.
and this is our Partnership with Business project. Two of our Partnership with Business group leaders worked for a local business owner, Dale Berg, with Brewed Awakening, a local coffee shop and bakery. As employees, they were able to get to know Dale well. In November of 2020, Dale decided to purchase another business, Pizza Pad, relocate, and take up the challenge of selling pizza along with coffee. As his employees, we could see the struggle he was encountering with our small community, understanding this merger and how pizza and coffee were going to get together and complement each other in one business. That's when our FBLA chapter stepped in and asked if he would be interested in using our chapter's help to get the word out and help with marketing his new business. Dale was quick to say yes, and that's when Pizza at the Brew was born.
Planning and development. We started to work right away. We scheduled several brainstorming sessions to come up with ideas to help Dale and his business. When we presented our ideas to Dale, he was very receptive to all of our ideas and gave us great feedback. After only a few sessions, we had a clear idea of what we were going to do. First, we would promote the deals for everyone in town to spread the word about the name Pizza at the Brew. Second, we would then promote the business through an online presence and an article in the newspaper. And third, we would involve the chapter by holding a logo competition for Pizza at the Brew. One of the ideas brainstormed was to set up large TV screens that Dale had asked us to help him out with. He needed our help because there was a problem with mounting them since the wall was made out of brick. We wanted to set the TVs up before the basketball game started, and so we contacted a friend of Dale's that could do it before that time. We started planning at the beginning of December, and we had all of our planning done by the end of that month. All that was left was action.
Roles and responsibilities. When we decided to partner with Pizza at the Brew, we knew that we were going to have to divide up the responsibilities of the project between us. We considered each of our individual skills and positions and then decided what our roles would be. Because Diego is our chapter's information officer and the one who suggested the project, he is the project leader. As the project leader, he managed the project and suggested various responsibilities for us according to our rules. Diego also set up our meetings with Dale and did most of the planning. I am the recorder for our project. After meetings, I wrote down everything we discussed or accomplished. I also kept track of different events we organized. Then there's our computer specialist, Kenneth. He is in charge of dealing with technology-related problems we have. He was involved with sending out emails, setting up the Chromecast and TVs, and so on. Lastly, there was Dale's role. Dale acted as a supervisor for our project. During meetings, he presented us with issues to solve and then approved or denied our solutions to them. Our leadership roles were a combined effort to lead the chapter to help with the business. We were guided and led the chapter to help spread the word about Pizza at the Brew and help come up with a logo. Chapter involvement. There were three main ways we had our chapter involved. The first being the logo competition, the second being having the chapter come in and help, and the third was having the chapter spread the word. We had the chapter involved in the logo competition by coming up with a logo to submit to Dale. The turnout was enormous, and Dale had a big selection to choose from. Dale ended up picking Kylie Perkypile as the winner, the state FBLA education officer. The next way we had chapter involvement was having the entire chapter sign up to help at the brew. Dale was in charge of this since he knew what needed to get accomplished. He had every chapter member help out by making the business look presentable and help with the relocation. Lastly, we had the chapter involved by having them spread the word about the name change and deals. This was great help since word of mouth is one of the best ways to get things across in a small town.
Information learned from partnership. When we first started our project, we conducted a survey throughout the community to see if people were aware of Pizza at the Brew and its deals. When we first conducted the survey, there was a very small number of people who knew about the change from Pizza Pad to Pizza at the Brew, and an even smaller awareness of the deals. Throughout our partnership with Pizza at the Brew, we were able to see a significant impact in the business in our community. To see our impact, we first specifically asked Dale if he had any more business during lunch when we announced the lunch deals. Dale and his employees both said that there was an influx of customers. When Dale had asked some of the students that if they had heard any of the deals, they all responded with the school announcements. When asking other customers if they had seen any advertisement, Dale told us about more than 50% of them responded with our social media presence. Dale also mentioned that students and parents from our community and the opposing teams came to see the games that interested them. This ended up boosting sales and free publicity for the brew. We then conducted another survey throughout the community to see our impact from our first survey. One of our initial goals was to spread the word about the name change and new business. Our survey showed that 82% of those who answered were aware of the name change, a big difference from the first survey. On our second survey, we also asked about the awareness of deals, and compared to our first survey, there was a significant increase of the awareness about the deals Pizza at the Brew.
Overall, this project has had an enormous impact on both sides of the partnership. Our team has learned three main concepts: communication, cooperation, and organization. These three concepts are fundamental when completing a project and running a business. First, we learned about the concept of communication when setting up meetings and getting quick approval from Dale to put things in motion. Without clear communication, we would have been delayed substantially. Secondly, we learned the concept of cooperation when coming up with ideas and giving helpful suggestions to make those ideas a reality. Without good cooperation, we would never have succeeded in our partnership. Thirdly, and lastly, we learned about the concept of organization when putting ideas in motion. Without organization, our ideas would have been all over the place, and the community would have never had known about Pizza at the Brew and our efforts. This project also impacted Dale in an enormous way financially and how the business is seen throughout the community. All in all, this project has taught us all the important concepts that will help us with our future.
Publicity received. The publicity that was implemented and received was from our local newspaper, our school announcements, and our online presence. There were three main demographic groups that were targeted and affected by our publicity: the older generation, middle-aged generation, and young generation. The publicity that was received by the older generation was from the newspaper article. The older generation are more likely to read the newspaper, and that's how we had them informed. The publicity that was received by the middle-aged generation was from our Facebook ads, since Facebook is one of the most popular social medias used by them. Finally, the publicity received by the younger generation was from our school's announcements. Since every student listened to the school's announcements, every student was informed about the business. Evaluation. Our project partnership with business was a huge success for a number of reasons. First, because of our efforts, the community learned about Pizza at the Brew and all the things it has to offer. This required a lot of hard work and dedication to make the project come into fruition. We believe that if we had started a little bit earlier, we could have accomplished even more, but we are still very proud of what we accomplished. We were able to advertise many things and have the entire Holyoke FBLA chapter involved very effectively, and we believe that was an amazing feat. Not only do we believe this, but Dale, our FBLA advisor, and our community believes this as well. We have all had people from our community recognize us for our partnership with business at the Brew. Dale has even said, quote, "They definitely laid the groundwork for me. For this, I am extremely thankful." Thank you.